11 tips for entrepreneurial mindset that fuels success and work-life balance. Are you thinking of starting a business, a project that has been at the back burner for quite some time? Or have you already started your passion project and now you are at the place where you're feeling overwhelmed with immense work required to bring your dream to fruition? You see, sometimes working 9 to 5 is a career that pays the bills, but it doesn't help us grow as individuals. We become trapped in a paycheck to paycheck lifestyle and forget why we started working in the first place. But sometimes people are very happy in their jobs, and so for this episode, we are focusing on people who are searching for a deeper meaning, satisfaction, and who are wanting more from their career, life, and overall success. So in this episode of Luxury Unplugged podcast, I am bringing to you bites on the entrepreneurial mindset that fuels success and work-life balance. Hi, I'm Neeti Keswani, author, blogger, and your host for Luxury Unplugged, where luxury meets spirituality. And in today's episode, we are going to cover how to become successful as a startup, how to be inspired to live your dreams, is purpose at the core of your strategy, and learning how to fuel higher profits, because we believe that you deserve to have work, life that you love. So keep tuning in. Now, how to become successful as a startup? So for this, let's dive straight into the topic of becoming inspired to live your dreams. I am not saying that you need to drop your job right now, but just remember the reason you started working in the first place. You see, when I was living paycheck to paycheck, my why was to gain enough experience and expertise to start my business someday. Because of this goal, I took jobs in varied roles in ID consulting, digital marketing, and HR strategy. And while I was working in varied roles, I pursued my passion of traveling and loved living amidst different cultures in 3 countries: India, United States, and in London, United Kingdom. So in the past 18 years, I have donned many hats as an HR consultant, managing global client relationships, managing teams, having loads of interactions with backend project managers based out of Bangalore, Chennai, you name it. And all through this, I learned amazing skills to run a business globally while being cost efficient and creating a difference. Not only through the products and services of the companies I represented at the time, but by my sheer presence in my role. You see, I was able to accomplish my dreams, and I'm still pursuing my higher goals every single day by never wavering on my why. So you might wonder at this point of time, how could I expect to stay inspired when there are bills piling up? Well, I sifted and sorted and looked for inspiration year after year and found many inspirational leaders time and again, till I found myself standing face to face with myself in the mirror. You see, anybody can look for inspiration elsewhere, but their biggest motivation and inspiration should be themselves, their goals and their own aspirations. The feeling that I have done it, I can do it, is colossal, humongous. Today, the way you see me, the world knows me, is because of that flashpoint moment when I came into revelation of my own. It just struck me in an instant that my inspiration is me. This is the feeling that moves the mountains. This is the feeling that makes you go through anything and come out shining. If you have a job or career right now, don't limit what God can do in your life. Use this time to collect as much experience and knowledge and be valuable as much as possible. Next up, how to fuel purpose and profit by doing good. Now, I went from working in a company with 15,000 employees to freelancing in content marketing to writing a best-selling book to starting my own boutique design agency and managing a team around the world. And guess what? I'm happy with the trajectory of my life, not because there is less work, but because there is so much to do every single day. I found ways to connect to my why in a way that allowed me to stay inspired and serve others. I realized that God wants me to serve an important purpose in my community. And the reason why you're listening to this episode or reading this article on my blog is because there are lots of people who don't have access to information on how they can become successful by following their passion. And so I thought of sharing my experiences, my inspirations with you all. Also, if you're someone who wants to know how to gradually transform your career from a 9-to-5 job to successful entrepreneur, you can read my book, Live Your Dreams, which takes you through a whirlwind of emotions, adventures and experiences, and finally transforms my protagonist Riya Jaiswal into someone she was always meant to be. The link is in the description. Now at this point you might be wondering, how do I become successful as a startup? How can I do the same in my life right now? Well, if you don't have enough money or experience, don't worry. Use this time to collect knowledge and experience and be valuable as much as possible. Do something that makes you happy and set values for yourself. What you stand for, what you don't stand for. What are complete non-negotiables for you? And what are actionables for you? Next up, let's explore, is purpose at the core of your strategy? Is it? Now in this segment, we are essentially talking about people who are already in business, who have started a venture, who are seriously contemplating perhaps having a passion project and working towards a proper business. Ask yourself, is your business strategy aligned with your purpose in life? When we start working for money, our missions in life become more complicated. We lose our purpose because we feel we have to support other people financially. And that's why it's important to have a why. Your why, in my opinion, is the only way you can live your dreams and achieve success and have a work-life balance. So there are many benefits to owning your own business. First of all, the thrill of and the excitement of owning a business is so high because you're devoting your time and energy to doing something you enjoy. And then you should be able to feel more fulfilled in your work. You should have the opportunity to self-actualize. That is the reason why you started the business in the first place. You wanted to create a vision for your life and make it a reality. And finally see your creation grow from an idea to an empire. And that's where fueling higher profits comes. Now, how to do that? Once your strategy is in place, once your purpose is aligned with your strategy, how to fuel your higher profits? Do you know which trends are impacting your business? What new needs, opportunities, and challenges lie ahead? And what role can you play that will open up future opportunities for you that you believe in? Answering these questions can help you learn how to fuel higher profits. I have just given you a few nuggets which could be used as a formula perhaps. Now, moving into the new market areas can transform a business, and handled correctly can significantly increase your profitability. So for instance, post-pandemic, The world is moving online drastically. Now, what are you doing to make the most of this opportunity for yourself, for your business? Any thoughts? Write to us on info@plush-inc.com. And let's now explore the entrepreneurial mindset for success and work-life balance. Now, this in turn means having a growth mindset, aka a luxury unplugged mindset. Because if you have a growth-oriented mindset, you believe that your talents and abilities can be developed over time through experience and mentorship. So you push yourself and go for it. Next is be authentic. Be you in every situation. And not just for the sake of it. Literally be you in every situation. You'll have less stress, more peace, and more harmony in your whole life instead of just parts of it. Next point is saying no. It is easy to say yes to every offer, client, and core, large or little, that might come your way. It is difficult, even frightening, to say no. However, in order to have any chance of remaining afloat, it is essential that you master the art of saying no. Eliminating what is not serving you and your higher purpose. If it isn't a hell yes, then it's a no. I have read this quote somewhere, but yes, it is serving so well. If it isn't a hell yes, then it's a no. Now let's see how to achieve that work-life balance. Let's face it, when you start a business, the phrase work-life balance loses all meaning. For small company owners, there's always a need to find equilibrium between a time-consuming career and a full personal life. However, comparing the two on an equal footing is deceptive. Whether you are a one-person firm or oversee 25-30 people, the pull of business demands is ever present. To be successful in both arenas doesn't mean you have equal hours at home and in the office. It means you have to find a rhythm that fulfills both sides. And for this, you need to learn to communicate effectively with your co-workers, family, and even yourself, since you are in command. Communicate your goals and requirements clearly so that expectations are established in personal, social, professional, and passion goals. Learn to prioritize the right activities. You see, most entrepreneurs don't have a lot of friends and family because they're too preoccupied with corporate crisis. And as a result, your personal life becomes emptier, which leads to greater job stress. So don't forget about your pals and family in favor of your job. Next is making daily commitments. The most successful entrepreneurs have a routine that includes regular exercise and personal time. And personal time is separate from the family time. For instance, I meditate for 15 minutes every day. Now,